Alright, this is a presentation on the glaciers of California and Nevada. Alright, where are they located? There are 20 named glaciers in California, and as you can see, 13 in the Sierra Nevada and 7 in Mount Shasta. That's way up north here in the Cascade Range. And the Sierra at the bottom right. There are more than 1,700 permanent bodies of snow and many unnamed glaciers, mostly in the Sierra Nevada and the Trinity Alps. Areas of most snowfall have glaciers, such as Mount Shasta, which receives much more than the Sierra Nevadas. The list will be starting at the Sierra Nevada and ending with Mount Shasta. The Sierra Nevada has 13 glaciers. The biggest is Palisade, and the smallest is Lilliput. This will be alphabetical, and if they are accessible, so you can see them in person. The Conus Glacier is first, about 0.15 miles in length, and is retreating, as all the glaciers in the Sierra Nevada are. So you might not see that in every one of them, but they all are retreating. It is visible from multiple locations, but to get to the closest, Conus Lake is the best area, and this is where it's taken from. It's located in the Inyo National Forest, and the elevation is 11,458 feet. So most of the glaciers are between 11,000 and 12,000 feet. The Dana Glacier is about 0.10 miles, with no really accurate measurement, so it might be bigger or smaller, I don't know. Located in Yosemite, there's a direct hike to the glacier. It's pretty easy to see in person. The elevation is 11,800 feet at the top to 11,500 feet. Obviously, it's a cirque formation, and the mountains, as all of them are. The Goethe Glacier, about 0.15 miles long. It's pretty wide, though. There is a direct route to get to the glacier, and like many others, it's located in the John Muir Wilderness. I could not find an elevation for it, but around 11 to 10,000 feet. The Lilliput Glacier is 0.099 miles long and in rapid retreat. As you can tell, it's very active and moving from all this, separation within the chunks. Located in Sequoia National Forest, and it's the southernmost named glacier in the U.S., more so than the one in Nevada. The Lyell Glacier, about half mile long in retreat, but it's a more significant one, the largest one in Yosemite. It's accessible by a hike in the backcountry a bit, but it's still there. The McClear Glacier is about 0.2 miles long, not easily accessible from what I could find. Located in Yosemite, around 11,400 feet long. At the bottom is a rock glacier formation moraines. The Matthews Glacier is about 0.10 miles long. It's in the John Muir Wilderness. From what I can find, there's no easy way to see it, but I might be wrong there. At around 12,200 feet, it's one of the higher ones. The Middle Palisade Glacier is about a quarter mile long, and is located in the John Muir Wilderness. It's accessible while hiking the Middle Palisade or climbing it. Elevation 12,200 feet, so similar range here. Mount Fisk Glacier is about 0.10 miles in length, located in Kings Canyon National Park, accessible by backcountry hiking. Elevation unknown, but around 12,000 feet. Mount Warlow Glacier is like 11,800 feet, 12,000. About 0.10 miles in length, located in Kings Canyon National Park, in a state of retreat, like all the other ones are. The Norman Clyde Glacier, about a quarter mile long, located in the John Muir Wilderness, pretty close to Middle Palisade Glacier, you can see on the left. It's in a state of retreat. The Palisade Glacier is the biggest, most famous one in the Sierra Nevada. As you can tell, it's big for where it's at, about 0.8 miles in length, making it the longest glacier in the Sierra Nevada. Significant hefty chunk, you can tell it's pretty thick. Located in the John Muir Wilderness, it's in a very shaded area that really sees a lot of avalanche snow. And instead of retreat, it's one of the higher ones too, I think the highest, from 13,000 to 12,000 feet. So it's very up there. It's in a good shaded area, a lot of snowfall. So, it's big. The Powell Glacier is about a quarter mile long in a state of retreat in the John Muir Wilderness at 12,523 feet on average. So, yep. Mount Shasta is home to 4 of the biggest glaciers in California, the biggest being Mount Whitney. It has 7 glaciers. This is listed in alphabetical order. All the glaciers are expanding, except for 2 actually, but this is only temporary. And every glacier on Mount Shasta is accessible by hiking, climbing. It's accessible by any way. The Blom Glacier, as you can tell, most of these have lines going through them because it's a route or climbing the mountain. about 1.4 miles in length, 70 feet thick on average. It is expanding, going around 13,598 feet. The expansion is slowing down and it will stop pretty soon, but for right now it is expanding technically. Some of the thicknesses are on here, but that's not for all of them. The Hotland Glacier, about 1.3 miles in length, 67 feet thick on average, and is expanding still. It's from going 13,600 feet to 10,200 feet. Now Mount Shasta, I think at the top of it's like 14.4, so yeah, they're all high up there near the summit. The Conwatakan Glacier is about 0.4 miles in length, 63 feet in average, 11,500 feet elevation on average. You can't get a good sense of scale here, but it's large. The Mud Creek Glacier is about 0.4 miles in length, in a state of retreat at about 10,900 feet elevation. So this one and the Conwatakan Glacier are in a state of retreat because they're really small and on the eastern side of the mountain. Watkins Glacier, I could not find a photo of. 0.2 miles in length, the smallest glacier in Mount Shasta, from 11,000 to 10,200 feet. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, not a whole lot on it. The Whitney Glacier is the biggest, most famous one, the biggest in the state, the longest, everything about it, most voluminous. 2 miles in length, it's expanding, 126 feet of thickness on average, so it's big, hefty, from 13,500 feet to 9,800 feet. Yeah, you can tell it's a significant part of the mountain, most famous one, most visible. Easiest to get to, I'd say. Here's the north face of the mountain, the Windham, Hotlam, Chicago Glacier, Hotlam, Bolam, Whitney, the Mud Creek Glacier, the Watkins, Winton, Conwatakan, way up there. 1.3 miles in length, the Winton, 63 feet in average, in a state expansion at 12,100 feet. Nevada, part of the thing, has one glacier. It's the Wheeler Peak Glacier. I've been to this myself. It's a cool area, a lot of rockfall, though not too safe. Mostly covered in rocks, but from the summertime tonight you can see some white there. About 0.2 miles in length, mostly covered rocks, like I said, in a state of retreat at about 9,000 feet of elevation. So, yeah, that's everything. One more slide, actually. Thanks for listening. You can check out my store I made on Teespring. And yeah, thank you.